another new job for us. Last one hopefully before Christmas. Brad's on the digger. We're digging this drive out. So what we got going on is from this string line here on my left hand side, right the way through to where the wheelbarrows are up there, we're going to be putting herringbone paving in, but it's not concrete, it's clay. So we're going to have some clay paving. Now with the benefits of clay are, it's quite vibrant in its colour, and it holds its colour quite a lot. So I used to lay this a lot years ago, and then it went, and then now obviously this customer wants it, so he did one for his father up there. So keep watching, we'll show you the dig out. I'm going to give the boys another little go again in training them up. So what's the progress?
Top tip for you, we just lifted this manhole up now and check to see how far it is. What's it called again? Invert level.
Invert level, yeah. So that's invert level is to the bottom of that pipe down the bottom there. So yeah, go on, Frey.
So we can see now that we know that we can carry on digging out our 250 and we're not going to go anywhere near any pipes.
Yeah, so dig out around there now knowing that you're not going to hit a pipe because it's way low. So we'll do that now. There's another manhole there, there's another manhole in the distance. We get all the manholes up, and in there, I don't know if you can see through the little gap, you can't. We can see that the gas and the electric is in there, so that should be going in a straight line out there, but it could be going that way, you never know. So you're going to have to be really careful, but the water should be 700 below ground, but you never know, so you've just got to be careful. But at least that helps us now. That helps us knowing that we can dig round that now and not damage a pipe, doesn't it? So what we got going on now, look, you've got to look up there, you've got a fall coming down here from the road down, so all the water's coming this way down to the house, and right in front of Fraser's feet, if you show him that on the bubble, you've still got a fall there on the level there going down towards the house. And then when you come over to here, what happens here is, so you've got a fall going that way towards the house, and then it goes this way, so it goes opposite ways, so there's nothing we can do about it. So what we're going to do, if you come on here, Frey, what we're going to do, all the water now is going to be coming away from the house and going out onto the road or going into next door. So we're not going to do that. What we're going to have to do, we spoke to the client and he's fine with it. We're going to put a flower bed where I'm stood in here, and we're going to put some decorative stone in there as natural drainage. So what's going to happen, the water, this part of the drive will come off here and it'll go into like this soak away, which conforms with suds then as well. So, you know, we're not environmentally putting any water out into the water course and aiding flooding. So yeah, it's a tricky one, because one bit of the drive goes that way, one bit of the drive goes that way, but you've got to try and accommodate it, haven't you? So we'll crack on with it. Right, so the training continues. So we're giving Frey a little go. Brad had a go this morning, so I'm giving Fraser a little go now. Ooh, careful. So this is what happens when you train, is you can see it's slow. And for me, I just want to get on there. So you get out the way, get on with it, move it, get on to the next bit, get it done. But you can't, you've got to give them a go. You've got to let them learn, you've got to let them progress. And speaking of progressing, I pay him to sit on his fat lazy ass and just sit in the van all day. I bet you've eaten all my biscuits and all my little bits of food I've stashed in there, haven't you, you little git? Yeah, no biscuits, no food. You've looked, haven't you? You've bloody looked. I've worked myself into the ground. The only thing you might get away with, Brad, is in that little pack there, you might have a little bit of mackerel left. If you want to have the slops on my mackerel, you're more than welcome.
Do you know what? Absolutely stinks.
It does, doesn't it?
It stinks.
I thought it was you smelling the fish, but it's not, it's the mackerel, isn't it? Or is it you?
Let's say something, I dare say it.
You've got to have a laugh, haven't you? Anyway, so yeah, I'm paying him an hourly rate to sit there on his arse, sat in the bloody van, sat in Selwyn, while I'm out here training Fraser. What have you got to say for yourself?
I have been giving Fraser tips sat right by her.
What, PG? The only tips you've been giving him is PG bloody tips, by the looks of it. Like I say, you've got to have a laugh. You can't do this job without having a laugh and a joke, can you? He's getting there, isn't he? It's not doing too bad. You've got to start somewhere. And you ordered the wrong size digger as well, Brad, didn't you?
Not me. Well, we can't take the drive up because he got one too small.
I ordered a 3/4 ton and I should have ordered a 10.5. So I've ordered the wrong size bloody digger and dropped us right in it. So there we are, my bad. Can't do it right all the time, can you? And I've done it wrong, so you've got to hold your hands up as well when you do something wrong, and I have. So right, it's Monday morning. Happy? No. It's absolutely pouring down with rain, and I don't know what it is, but every time it rains we just defeat it with laughter, Brad, don't we? And you've got his sad fur on. Look how sad that fur is there. So we're all suited and booted. We can't bring you any footage because I don't know if you can see it, it's absolutely tipping down. So we're going to dig this out, and we'll keep you informed and show you where we are when we've dug it out. So keep smiling. Right, so we thought we'd give you an update. This is where we are. So we've dug, show them that there, Fred, we dug all that out. There's easily a load. If you have a grab wagon we do that comes in and the claw and take all that. He's on his way now, so we're all organised for that. This ground, when you're doing a driveway, is key. I mean, the standard is to dig out 250 millimetres from your finished level, which is this, down 250 mil. So the makeup of it is 150 millimetres of MOT type 1 or scalpings, and then you've got your 50 millimetres of sharp sand or like stone dust, 6 mil to dust, and then you've got your makeup then of your 50 millimetres of your paving, or some of them are 60 millimetres, so be careful. So this, we've dug this, and the digger, this 10.5 digger has been bouncing off this. It's really solid, isn't it? And it's all made up of this hard kind of stone that we got going on. The side of a mountain, probably a glacier over the years has chucked all this in, yeah? So this is absolutely rock solid, so that's what we need, isn't it? If you dig your driveway out and you're 250 below where you want to be, down for your finish level, and you've got soft spots, and you know you're not happy with it, you do have to go down further, dig the soft spots out. You could end up, we did some jobs over the years, we've dug down, you know, 500-600 mil to get it on solid ground. So you have to put your base and everything down on solid ground. Don't just be tempted to go to the guidelines of the minimum of the 250, because that all sometimes doesn't always work. So you've got this dug out now. We've salvaged a couple of scalpings, a couple of MOT type 1, probably about what, 3 ton, 2.5, 3 ton that was under the driveway. We get him gone, and we'll show you some more on the next bit. So we're just sat in Selwyn now, 3 of us having some food, trying to get warm. We're freezing, boys, aren't we? Yeah. Absolutely frozen, soaking wet. So Adrian, the grab driver, known him for donkey's years, does all our stuff. He's there now taking all that away. He's got it all organised. I think another top tip for when you're doing this, get organised, because if you've got your digger, you've got your JCB out, you've got that all rocking and rolling, they cost a fortune if you don't own one. We don't own ours, we just hire it. So if you got that out and then you're on stop because you haven't organised your grab wagon, it's going to cost you a lot of money and prolong the job. So what we got going on now, excuse me, is Adrian will take that away. Then we're going to finish digging it all out because we haven't quite finished yet. And then we've already organised with him that tomorrow morning he'll be in, he'll take the remainder of the load and then drop the stone off in the morning, and that gives us another day's work. So there we are. Top tip for you. I got to move because he's impatient and he'll be shouting at me in a minute, so I better get out of his way. Oh, so we have been out the van, but now we're in the van because it's pouring down with rain.
Right, we've dug down now all the way around, 280 all over, some places even 300. We've managed to recycle some of this hardcore, probably about 3 ton of it. And yeah, we're putting this in now. And then tomorrow we got Adrian coming back, take that load way over there. Right, this is where we stored our recycled hardcore. And we just want to show you what you should be laying your base on, what you should be putting your base on. Ground solid now under there.
Yeah, it's another important job that nobody talks about, and that is cleaning up. If your work is absolutely top dog, best on the planet, and your site is dirty and the surrounding areas are stinking, your job's crap. So what we do, Brad's on the jet wash now. We'll get it all. So he's just done this bit here. We get all that spick and span, put those boards down there you can see on the floor, and then the client can walk in and out and not get their nice clean house all stinking dirty, and then we can regroup again in the morning. So there we are, job done. We're just whacking the recycled MOT type 1 that we've used, and what this will do now, I'll show you at the end, but when we go tonight it'll make it all nice and clean for the clients. Put the boards down on top, it'll be nice, safe, the boards won't be twisting and turning. So it's done us a bit of a favour really, and it just makes it nice and safe and neat and tidy for them tonight. So there we are, Brad will crack on and get that done now. So job done for the day now. You can see it's got this on, it's absolutely freezing. So this is a setup we got, everything's spotlessly clean. We got the bunting up just to stop people, well, if anybody falls in there, they're idiots, because you know, this kind of says don't go near it, and then we could safely walk on this in and out. All that's been jet washed. So there we are, all job done. It's 4:30, it's nearly dark. See you in the morning, have a good night. Right, it's another day. Frey, what day is it? What is it? Tuesday, I don't even know what day it is half the time. Right, so it's Tuesday. The grab wagon's been, he's taken all the rubbish we had down there, and he's dropped this off for us now. So we're just putting it around. You can probably hear it in my voice, and you probably can't see this on the camera, but it is absolutely pouring down with rain. There we go. So what we're going to do, we're going to spread all this around. We're not going to be able to set up a time lapse or anything, or do any video footage. It's so bad. We got Storm Basil, or Borer, or whatever his bloody name is. Basil we're calling it, frame we. So we'll get this spread around, see where we go, and we'll show you a little bit more in a minute. Keep smiling if you can. There we are. I always say you can't see this on the camera, but you can. I know for a fact you can see this on the camera. I mean, oh my god, look at that. It's absolutely pouring down. So without being crude, your pants wet, Brad?
I love it. Why don't you flip the camera instead of going out in the rain?
Oh yeah, I can flip the camera, can't I? How do I do that? Oh, who's that old thing? Look at this. I mean, we are absolutely soaking bloody wet, yeah. Freezer's soaking. So we're done, boys, aren't we? We're done. Storm Basil, or whatever, bloody Denzel, or what was it?
Barrow.
Storm Wheelbarrow has beaten us. So we're off. So we'll see you again tomorrow. Enjoy your evening. We're going home to get dry, and Lucy's gonna have to get the washing machine on, I think, for me and my clothes. See you tomorrow for another one. Good morning. Welcome to Thursday morning. Another day, another dollar, or not. We've been battling this one with the weather. Just show them where we are, Frey. Look at the mountain up there, look. We're up in the mountains, and then turn around, show the mountain behind you. Just trying to get a perspective of exactly where we are. We're up in God's country. We're up in the Rhondda Valleys in South Wales. We do get a lot of rain here. We've been battling with that big time here, haven't we? We've been swamped. So yesterday, it rained again yesterday. We got all these, Brad got all these curb edgings in yesterday. So Brad continued with his training, and then they got these in as well, and Fraser did all the cutting. So they're doing a good job. You're doing a good job, lads, aren't you? Are you enjoying it?
Not the weather.
Not the weather, the job.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's enjoying the job. Right, so what we're going to do today is, we got this in yesterday. There's a pile of sand there, look. A pile of sand there. This will go here. That sand will go there, and that's our screeding base. But if you just spin the camera around, we got a load of deliveries yesterday. We've got all these blocks now, all ready to go, all stacked up on the pavement. We've spoken to the neighbours, so all that's fine. We've got a skip there, off the road, and we've got a walkway in here for the client. So it's key, keep going on about this, it's key to get yourself organised and get your materials here when you want them, you know, on the days you want them, so you don't want to be on stop. So we've ticked the box. The only cock up we had was me. We ordered the wrong bloody digger, which, in all fairness to Travis, they came and swapped it straight away. So we're going to get on time lapse. We put a time lapse up for you today, get on the old hyperspace, we'll show you setting out the screed, and next year I've got a new idea to be able to screed, because I want to try and speed the screeding process up a little bit quicker. So I'm not sure if it'll come off. I think people have used it before, but maybe watch this space and see if we can sort something out next year. So let's whack you on to hyperspace. Fraser's done a good job of that now. So we've got these lines set up now for our screed. Bloody hell, Brad, you could, a bird would sag that line. So we're gonna have to tighten our line. We've got the liner. What I wanted to show you is you want your paving to be about 5mm, 10mm higher than your finished level, which is this. So what we do, we've got 2 pieces of slate, or Brad's only put 1 piece of slate, 1 or 2 pieces of slate underneath there, which equates to how high you want that, because when you whacked it, it'll be level to that then, won't it? So you've done the same down there on the eco drain, so slightly higher, so when it whacks, you get it down to your right level. So what we got to do now, these blocks, they are monsters. They're 65mm, the depth of them is 65mm. So all we do is use this as a gauge. So when we get the sand high enough, that we come to that line there, we can put our screed rails in and start screeding. But it's December, so a real top tip for you, and we probably found this out with the professionals as well that's watching. If you use sharp sand, then, and it's wet, because if you show them this bit here, look free, this is wet. I said all the way through the video, we've been battling against these storms and the weather, so all our materials are wet, we're wet, everything's bloody soaked, isn't it? So what you'll find is, if you use sharp sand and it's wet, you can still screed it with a screed rail, or with a screeder pulling it back. But if you use grano, or we call it stone dust, which is like a 6mm to dust, and that comes to you and it's damp, or it's wet, then once you whack that, you're pulling your arm off, innit? You will pull your arm off to try and screed wet stone dust or grano. So this time of year now, we tend to stick to the sharp sand, because it's easier. Summertime, if it's dry, and we know we're going to get a dry batch, we will use the 6mm to dust, because it's a good product, isn't it? So there we are, little tip for you. We'll set this up now, and then we'll show you when we're going to start to screed it. So see you then.
Right, got the screed rails in. Got this little contraption, it's called Spazzle. So we've got that now, that's ready to do it. So yeah, we've just got to screed the thing now.
So we put them onto
trammels.
Hyperspace?
Hyperspace.
Let's go. Rod, I got you on video now, laying down on the bloody job again. Sat in a van a couple of days ago. We're trying to screed this off now, frame we. And what's he doing? He thinks he's got time to have a sleep. What have you got to say for yourself, Bradley?
Sure.
Gotta wind him up, haven't you? We're battling against the bloody weather again. So what we've done now to set this up is we've put these blacks in as the border, and then what we've done is we've squared, the eco drains are squared off the house, so we've squared off the house, put this line in, squared off the house, and that gives us a point where every time you lay this one, you follow that line all the way up just to keep it square. Now the problem is with clay, like I say, I used to lay these years ago, loads of them, and then they kind of went, but this client wants clay, so we managed to get them. So if you get a bit of oil on there, you can turn it over and reuse that side, so it's the same both sides. But because they're clay, they're not vitrified or anything like that. Some of them are going to be like a couple of mil bigger longer and wider than others, so you do get them waving around a little bit and going out of bond a little bit, and panic starts to set in. But you've just got to try and use your armour and share it out and use your experience to get them going in a straight line. So, you know, benefits and pitfalls of using clay. So we've got it set up now that we'll lay a row up here, and then we'll lay another row coming back down and fan out going towards the packs up there. If we laid it the other way around, it would have been a bit more difficult. So we can just lay, go up to there and bring the bond down, and then keep going up and then keep coming down, run into this line, run into our squares, and that's what we're going to do. So we'll try and show you, but we're up against the weather, so bear with us. Right, so here we are, just had a massive downpour. Are you getting on with it, Fraser?
Yeah, good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Any little...
Because they keep opening out a little bit.
The joints?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Each one of just share them out, so that's what I've been doing. It's looking good.
Yeah, it is looking good. It's a pain in the arse with clay, innit, mate? You just gotta, you do tend to panic, but you just gotta go with it. It is what it is. So there we are. You can see that there is soaking. It's okay, but it's bloody weather. Battling against the weather. He's not happy.
Nah.
Are you? Sad fur?
Sad fur for the boy who used to work here. Don't have my license name.
Who?
Boy who used to work here.
Dan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Dan Charles Bayless, if you see this, sad fur.
Sad fur.
I've had enough.
There we are. He's had enough. I think we've all had enough. We've got a beating this week, but we'll crack on.
Right, just to show you where we are. Fred and I yesterday. My blast today, and yeah, get on hyperspace.
Right, just wanted to show you, when you're laying clay, like you keep saying, you can't lose your bond, it can't go out a little bit. So what we've got that line going up there. Now that line is squared off the house, so we've measured from that pillar out to the line. I don't know what it was, say it's 900mm, and then from the other side where the tarmac spike is there, 900mm to the house. So you've got a square coming off the paving, square coming off the house, and then this green line coming off here, we've got that square coming off the paving. We've measured from where that black one is there on the floor to a similar point up there and brought it through, so a square off the paving we've just laid. And then what we've done on top of that is we've laid this line now going across from here right the way up there, crisscrossing, and that one is square off the first line I said to you. So that is parallel off this line. So we got all our squares, all our lines set up now. Let me just zoom you out a little bit. There we are. So we got all that crisscrossing and set up now. So we make absolute 100% certain it's going in the place where we want it to go, and we're not wandering and moving because the clay's different sizes. So yeah, hope that helps you when you do yours. So we'll get Brad back on the go now. Where you going, Brad? He's sat by the bloody heater in the van, look. Got any food there? You bloody idiot. Shame. Huh? Shame. It is a shame. Well, it's not a shame, because if you did have food, you'd be sat there with the door shut, scoffing it down and getting it all down your top, wouldn't you? Right, let's crack on with it then. Doing a good job here. Fraser's done all this yesterday, as we showed you. So This is all Fraser's handiwork yesterday, and then Brad's carrying on. So again, the boys are carrying on with their training, and they're doing a good job, lads, aren't you? In all fairness, you're doing a cracking job. So there we are, let's crack on with it then. Right, so Brad's done this now, and as you can see, he's got that line there, every block perfectly matches up. That's that one, and I will spin you around to this one, and then he's got every line matching up through there. What do you reckon, Brad?
Looking good.
Yeah? How's your back?
Killing me.
Back's killing him. Part and parcel of the game, innit? Part and parcel of it. There we are, left our manual out there to do, and we got another one round there to do. So plan of attack is get in now on Monday, maybe get the gazebo up, get that last section done, and then get all the cuts in. So cracking job, Brad, and you yesterday, Free, doing a lovely job. So with clay, it's really important that you don't go on the wonk with it, mate, innit? You don't want to be going on the wonk.
No,
so these lines have really helped, haven't they?
yeah, they are.
Yeah? Have I helped you in any way?
No.
No.
No. Yeah, of course he has.
You're just lying now, aren't you? Just trying to be nice now. He's bloody horrible, really, if you get to know him. Huh?
Payday.
What, pay? What do you mean, pay? What, you want, I've taught you all this, and you want me to bloody pay you?
All I want is some apple tarts, just.
Dear God, I should be bloody charging you, because I've taught you all my expertise and all my knowledge over the years. You want paying as well, Frey? I'm off. I'm going to go and run up the street. I haven't run for the last 12 years, but I'm going to run now. So it's Monday, another week. So I just wanted to give you the perception of how much this drive is twisting. So you can see where Brad is there, and then it twists right the way down then into this corner here. So it's really, really severe. And when Fraser's walking, it's going the other way. You can see the fall on the wall where the focus is next door. So this is what we've had to do, look, to get it. So we put, there was a screed line where those bricks are sticking up there, a screed rod. So that was in, obviously we've taken that out. And then we put another one in the middle and another one in on the end. And then we screeded that section as one, and then screeded this section as two. The idea of that is we're trying to like half the twist rather than getting the screed rod from left to right in one, if that makes sense to you. So Brad's putting them in now. We'll set you up on a hyperspace, Brad.
Aye.
Hyperspace, I'll set you up on that and get you going on that. Right, it's 25 minutes past 4. Fraser's just coming to the end. We set him up a little light. We got the take two, yeah. We got the Christmas lights up on the go there. Brad said that if he was the Grinch, he'd snip every single Christmas light in the street, Brad, didn't you? That's what you just said.
Aye.
Yeah? I've had to stop him because he's a miserable git. Anyway, enough's enough. We'll regroup. See you in the morning. Have a good night. So, another day of rain again. don't think it's been dry up here one day, is it? So what we've got the rock awning setup. What size is this one, Brad?
6 by 3.
This is a 6 by 3, so 6 meters by 3 meters. I think it's the biggest one they do. Took us what, 10 minutes to put up? Yeah. Took 10 minutes to put up. Fairly simple. We got a knack to it now. So it's basically now we got to put that manhole in. We've got 3 manholes to do. One there, one over there. Curb edging to do, and then all the prepping to do. And we've still got a bit around the back of the garage to do. So we can manoeuvre this around today now. And while it's raining, we can still carry on working in the dry. So yeah, so now we've got one of these. Get on the rock awnings and price it up and get yourself one. Right, another day. So we got the gazebo set up. Brad's on the Ruby on one of his favourite machines. And Fraser's marking all the cuts out. So there we are, cutting through that pretty quick as well, which is good. No dust. Brad, tell him what you asked me this morning.
Sorry?
Tell him what you asked me this morning.
What was I asking?
Can you work from home? Didn't he, Frey?
Yeah.
He said, I got a request for you. He said, can I work from home? So you want a Ruby set up in your living room, do you?
COVID said I can work from home.
Get the Ruby in your living room tonight, Brad.
Well, zero dust, innit?
Zero dust.
Zero dust.
Kate will be happy, won't she?
Kids will be fine.
He'll have no arms at the end of the day.
That's fine as well.
Right, let's get on with these cuts then. We're going to do the cuts and we'll come back to it, show you a bit more in a minute. Yeah, look. That's that have a good setup, Brad, isn't it? We've got a light on there, it's starting to get dark. You probably can't see it.
Making me work in the dark years.
Yeah. Got a light set up there now, look, so when he goes on his Ruby, God said, let there be light, Bradley. And there he is. It's like one of Cardiff City's floodlights, isn't it? Down at Ninian Park.
Sure.
Probably go off now if it's anything like the city's floodlights, mate.
Yeah.
Game would be postponed. Right, check it all in the van.
Aye, it'd be better turning off a Cardiff City games crap anyway.
Hey, now come on now. Start doing that, you'll be in that bloody skip there, look.
There's no Cardiff supporters on that channel of ours, let me tell them.
Yes, there is. More Cardiff supporters than bloody Man U.
I bet there's more Man U supporters.
Let us know in the comments below. I'm gonna lose now, ain't I?
You're gonna lose.
I've lost. Yeah, first time on a saw, what do you think?
Yeah.
Takes a bit of a getting used to, doesn't it?
Much easier though.
Yeah. Right, we're just coming to the end now. Bought these hats to try and put a Christmas cheer in. I got mine on. Fraser haven't got his on. Look at him there. All he got there, look, his sad fur on. Got his sad fur on. And I'm normally called the Grinch, Fraser, aren't I, in our house? Yeah. Fraser will relate to me being the Grinch, a miserable git, but there we are. So what we got going on, I said I'd show you this. So this is inboard cutting. What we've done is we've laid these the other way. Look, so if you come really close here, Fraser. So if you've got the bond of this now, you've got these coming up here, that one going across. So in effect, that should be laid like that. But then you get that very, very small cut. If the car keeps driving up on top of that, it acts like a dart. So that cut will be very, very small, and it's got more chance of going down and sinking into the sand as opposed to a big cut like that. So we've done that all the way around, that inboard cutting, durability, longevity, and ticking all the boxes. It does change the bond. So we checked with the client which one he wanted to do, and he wanted it to last a lot longer, so we've done it like that. Let me know in the comments below what you boys do, and if you carry out this, because we did have marshals come and check our work, if I'm honest, and we were doing it like that, and we were doing it with a small cut. Nothing wrong with it, but he pinpointed it out to us and gave us a bit of a tutorial on it and said this is the better way. So we've started doing it this way now. So let me know in the comments. We're going to sand it. We're in a bit of a rush, so we'll get sanding, and we're nearly done, aren't we, Frey? Yep. So that's what you want. Look, kiln dried paving sand. Get it from the builders merchants, ask for that. And basically what it is, if you don't know, is this sand is like talcum powder. It's very, very fine. Says what it does, what it says on the tin. It's kiln dried, which is very dry, and that goes right the way down, in between and fills up all the joints because it's like talcum powder. But the problem we've got is we've had this drying out now, haven't we, lads? So it's been drying out since it's been Friday, Saturday, Sunday and most of Monday, isn't it? Where it hasn't rained in South Wales, which is unusual. And it is still, we're brushing it in, like, and the sand is still, well, it's just going wet. So this time of year in December, you're always up against it. So we're going to do our very best. We're going to whack it, but the chances are we might have to come back to replenish it maybe into the spring, because quite frankly, when it starts to get wet, it's not going to go down in between the joints properly. So we're going to have to have a word with the client, see how far we go. I think you see where Brad is there now. Look, have a look at this, Brad. That now, look, that's not kiln dried sand now, that's lumpy, it's wet. But what can you do? These are the cards we're dealt with, and we gotta just play them. So we'll crack on with it and show you what it's like at the end. We're going to be doing a lot of brushing now, so let's get on with it. Right, I gotta show you this now because it's coming up to 4:30. Bit of a rush. So there's the one manhole down into there. Brad's cleaning off the garage door now. These phones are brilliant. You probably can't see how dark it is here now, but that's the finish of what we've got. You can see all the lines are straight. Work meticulously to get the lines straight. Even through the manhole, all the lines are straight. And then we got the next one. There we are. So that's that. So there's Fraser out there, look. Again, very, very, very important to us, so we get everything real clean and tidy. The plan is as if we've never been here. So we've got the old jet wash on the go, but there we are, look. You can see the twist in that drive. It's worked out pretty good actually. It hasn't worked out too bad. So I'll show you a little bit more at the end. I'm going to help Fraser do this now, get it all spick and span, and then we'll show you the final little bit at the end. Hi there. Right, we couldn't finish, we did finish the drive yesterday, but we couldn't get you any footage because it was pitch black. It was 5:30, and well, the cameras just wasn't doing very well, so I do apologise, but the drive's done. Client's happy with the driveway. They gave us loads and loads of cups of tea through the job from both sets of the family, from the mum and dad and for the clients who own the property. So I really appreciate them for keeping us going, and it did, because it poured down with rain and it was freezing cold. So hope you've enjoyed the video. We had a message through from a Joe Frankland, just to give his wife the best wishes, and we're going to send them as well. His wife's not very well. She's been diagnosed with an illness, so she's been waiting to be, well, she's been searching for what was been wrong with her for a long time apparently, and they found out what it is. It's not good news, but at least you've got a diagnosis, and I understand that with having my wife ill and my dad's not very well as well. So just wanted to wish Ross, all you know, both of you, Ross and Joe, a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Hope everything goes okay for you, and appreciate you supporting the channel. Also like to thank Brad and Fraser for all their commitment through the year. Wouldn't be able to do it without them. And you guys on YouTube have really helped me in sharing your knowledge and helping us, because there's a lot of people out there who know a heck of a lot more than what I do or what we do, and you know, we strive to get better. So hope the videos helped. Just be careful when you're doing your drive. If you're a DIYer, it's all about the base. It's and no treble. It's all about the base. You know, if you're doing 65mm pavers like we did, you've got to go down to the correct depth. So if it's a standard of 250mm, if it's a 65mm paver, obviously it's going to be 265mm. You've got to go down minimum, but you have to go on the solid ground. Check all the literature out, check all the installation from the manufacturer of the paving you're using. Check out SUDS as well. Just Google SUDS and the definition and the meaning of SUDS, because it's important, because it is law in Wales. Not sure about the rest of the UK, but check out what SUDS is and what you've got to conform to adhere to SUDS. Marshall's came out and trained us up on that, which was a really good thing of them to do, and taught me a lot. So have a great Christmas, have a lovely New Year. Really appreciate your support, and be good. Have a good one. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Be much appreciated. Cheers. Take care. Ta-da.